Hello, you are watching the Garden Corner Show. Can you believe it? This is a show, as you know, where we're crazy passionate about everything gardening. I am J-Dog John Carsboom. I'm out here with Mr. Dave, and T-Bone's over there making a latte. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to our latest fans. How about hello to D. Kane, to Coralie Geik Monroe out in Seattle, Guinevere Schuster, Diane Kozlarek Wright, Diana. Boy, I love that pic of you guys on Air Force One. Say hi to the president. Say J-Dog says hello. See what he says. Sandra Lee Bronstein. Sandra, you have an eye for color. Lisa Buman and Callie McKenzie. Callie, beautiful pic. Anyway, guys, welcome to the show. I hope it brings something good to you, good for you as well. Let's talk about some premium annuals. I've got some pointers because we're planting annuals. You're feeling it inside of you that you want to plant a little bit of color because you're tired of the winter look. So I want to give you some tips actually on some shade annuals. Just a few things to keep in mind. Let me show you. So a couple of plants, particularly, by the way, to keep an eye out for the shade. Generally in the shade, what we end up getting is lots of greens, and so we need a little bit more color. Sorry, Mr. Dave? Okay, we're getting lots of greens. This is a Heliochrysum Limelight. See how that really stands out in that shade. So one to keep an eye out. Another one, and it's not really well known, this is a Glaucoma. It's a dappled light. It's a type of, believe it or not, Creeping Charlie. It's a newish variety. We've used these in some baskets over the years. If you want trailing, really, really good trailing, this one is the one that will at least trail 4 to 5 feet minimum on this, so it can really cover up baskets, especially because there's not a whole lot of trailing stuff for the shade. But so Glaucoma Dappled Light. So that is the guy. That's the name on this guy. Now, one pointer. Now we have heliotrope, which also is it's a great dappled light type plant. So if you have a lot of shade but a little bit of sunlight, the heliotrope does really well, especially if you enjoy fragrance. As you know, this one in particular is called Fragrant Delight. Now take a look at that dark and that light contrast. Just these, even a pot full. Put 3 of them into a pot, and then put 3 of these guys sparsely around it, and you really have a nice collection, believe it or not. Now the heliotrope, some key points on this guy. We grow ours very, very cold. It's a slower process, but take a look at how nice those leaves are. There's no burn on them. It's a really healthy plant. It actually has lots of buds. By the way, heliotropes constantly bloom. When that goes from dark purple to really light purple, and then starts to turn brown, you'll pluck off that bloom, and it will rebloom all summer long. Now, having said that, just let me show you, when you are shopping for heliotrope, what I mean by the difference on growing hot and growing cold. So, this is something that's grown very, very warm. And what happens, hold on a second, let me throw this. Sorry about that. This is grown very, very warm, and you can see what happens. It's kind of a stunted growth on that when it hits the real world. So we want to make sure that you get your premium annuals grown cold. Very, very important. That will do better in the real world as it hits the real world. So anyway, that is the show for the day. Let me set this down. I hope you got something. If you didn't, here's your quote for the day. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. Thank you very much, Confucius. That's the show for the day. Always live your passion. See me